This is Lesson 88 in Saxon's Algebra 1/2, the second edition. This lesson is on formats for equations and negative coefficients. Now, do you remember what a coefficient is? A coefficient in this problem would be the 2. It's the number that comes alongside the variable. Okay, so this is going to be a very short lesson. Here, our first example says solve. 2x plus 1/2 is equal to 3/4. So I do this just like any other equation. I'm going to subtract 1/2 from both sides, and then I get 2x is equal to 1/4, because if I change 1/2 into fourths, it equals 2/4, and 3/4 minus 2/4 is 1/4. And then I've got to get rid of the 2, my coefficient here, so I make it 2 over 1, and the reciprocal of that would be 1/2. So I multiply both sides by 1/2. I end up cross-canceling these out, and I have x is equal to 1/8. Okay, go to the next problem. Here we have that negative coefficient. Alright, and it says negative 3x is equal to 12. Well, if I divide both sides by negative 3, which is what I'm going to have to do because my coefficient of x is negative, so I divide by negative 3, and I'm going to find that x is equal to negative 4. Now, your book is going to tell you a little bit different way. I've tried to simplify the procedure for you, and just by telling you that if you have a negative coefficient, you have to get it to cancel itself out, you have to divide by the exact same thing. So you would have to divide by a negative number also. B says negative 3x plus 4 is equal to 10. I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides, and I have negative 3x is equal to 6. So I have to divide both sides by negative 3, and then I'm going to end up with a negative number. X is equal to negative 2. Okay, let's look at our practice problems. Alright, A says negative 2x plus 5 is equal to 9. Again, I subtract 5 from both sides, and I have negative 2x equals 4. I divide by that negative 2 on both sides, and I'm left with x is equal to negative 2. Now I can put that into my equation and substitute it in. I can say negative 2 times negative 2 plus 5 is equal to 9. Well, I know that a negative times a negative is a positive, and 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 plus 5 does indeed equal 9. So this is the correct answer. In B, negative 3x plus 1/2 equals 3/8. Alright, I'm going to have to subtract 1/2 on both sides, and before I can do that, I have to get a common denominator, which is then 8, and I convert negative 1/2 to negative 4/8. When I do my subtraction, I'm really saying 3 minus 4, so I get negative 1/8 as my answer. Alright, so I have negative 3x equals negative 1/8. I have to divide by negative 3 to get this to cancel itself out. Now I'm dividing a fraction. So I have negative 1/8 divided by negative 3. So I make it a fraction, negative 3 over 1. And this is the second or bottom number. When you're dividing a fraction, you have to flip this number and use its inverse. So I have done that right here. Negative 1/8 times negative 1/3 is equal to, I don't know why there's a negative sign there, because it would be positive 1/24. So there you have it. Really not a whole lot new there. Hopefully this will be another really easy lesson for you. And good job. Good luck. I'll see you back next time for lesson 89.